The next player you're about to meet was a star at high school in Halifax, QEH, an outstanding running back and a terrific linebacker. And I can say that from personal experience because I played at Prince Andrew. We played against him in the high school final one year, and he was so solid as a running back and a great linebacker. He would do that when he came to St. Mary's. After St. Mary's, he dabbled in a lot of things: construction, import, export, you name it, he did it. And he finished as the manager of the marina at a very famous island in Nova Scotia, Oak Island. Darell Burgess, take me back to 1964 and what you remember about that team that year.
Well, the team was a great bunch of guys. We had a lot of camaraderie. Everybody knew everybody quite well. We got along great. I hadn't really planned to come to St. Mary's, and I met one of the players, the senior players, by the name of Stu O'Brien. And during the summer, we used to come to St. Mary's and go out on the field, which was, hey, a big thrill for me, and throw the football around and, talk about football. And met Bob Hayes and sort of got along with everybody. And Stu and I used to go over to Goresbrook School. They had hills over there. It had been a golf course. And we'd run up and down hills and try to get in some kind of shape, which after a summer, you're not in the best of condition. And Stu kept talking to me, why don't you come to St. Mary's, play football? A bunch of guys. And I'd met a few of them here, locals, that had, joined us the odd couple of nights a week. We'd go to the field and just have a good time, have a lot of fun, And the more I thought of it, and I wasn't sure if I was really interested in coming to university. We hung around after high school, probably a dozen guys. One other guy went to university. Everybody else started working in the workforce. So I gave it a lot of thought, and I said, well, hey, maybe I'll give it a try. So, of course, as you know, came Labor Day weekend or just before, and we started these 5 practices or 4 practices a day. I can't even remember. That's all we seemed to be doing was practicing, right? And sweating and get our bell rung and whatever else went on. So, and I met Bob Hayes. I met the coaches, Jim Baer, great guy, Les Goodwin, another fellow, and there were several others that joined, in the years I was here. Other than that, started out and things just carried right on. So
there were two.
I even met you, and you.
You did that. You did
guy.
Indeed. There were 2 big games that year. One in Antigonish when we beat Santa Vex, and the other the Atlantic Bowl game. Your reflections, your thoughts on those 2 games from that 64 season.
Well, the Antigonish, Santa Vex, I don't think had been beaten in 5 years, I believe. I mean, and they were part of the AFC, which were 9 teams at the time, and they were dominant with everybody. Nobody could beat them. Nobody could go near them. And we went to X that year, and my God, we pulled the wind out of the bag somehow. And it was a tough game, and knock them down, and everybody did their job correctly. And what an experience. And after it was over, we got together, and we had to, of course, bring a bus home to Halifax. And then they sent the police out to give us an escort to St. Mary's. And all the students were here at the university, to welcome us there, which, was quite a thrill, excellent thrill. So.
The Atlantic Bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
Your memories.
I remember the mud. Very wet day. We had snow. We were practicing here at St. Mary's. It was so cold, we had to put plastic bags over our socks, our feet, before we put our cleats on, because you couldn't, your feet would go numb. Like it was about 6 inches of snow. Then the field, of course, because of that, it was wet, it was sloppy, and that type of thing. But hey, again, a tough game, you know. If we played, what was it, McMaster University, and you know, I think in their mind figured they were just going to wipe the field up with us, but everybody prevailed again, just like in the X game. You know, everybody did their job plus, and it just turned out to the better. You know, another great thrill. So,
This team got together 25 years after the Atlantic Bowl, 50 years, and now 60 years. What is it about this group of players that keeps coming back to celebrate the year 64?
I think a lot of it's the camaraderie. You know, everybody knew everybody. Everybody, first name basis. There was, you know, they were all just like a big family. You know, they just got together, and it's nice to be able to carry on over the years and see them. You know, every 10 years, and unfortunately, it's getting fewer all the time. You know, people are passing on and or getting ill. They just can't come anymore, and heavens knows how much longer they be able to see each other. You know, so
What did Bob Hayes teach you about life?
perseverance, never give up was the main thing, and he did a hell of a job. And again, he had a great staff with him too. They were all interested in the players. They seemed to be interested on a personal level, you know. That was the main thing, and the camaraderie that built up over time, you know. So,
Thank you, Darell.
thank you,
Appreciate it.
Steve.